Ah, George Mason Show, everybody. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. Got a good show for you tonight. Huh? Want to talk to you tonight about Black History Month, but more specifically, uh, contributions for Black engineers, Black inventors. But tonight we're going to explore the engineer side of it. And just commemorating this to give proper due and proper respect. You know, there are holidays and days throughout the years that, like Mother's Day, Father's Day, right? We acknowledge once a year. But you know what? They always those days, Thanksgiving should always be like every day. You know where I'm coming from. You know, why just one day we acknowledge mothers, right? One day that we acknowledge fathers, huh? Why just one day? We should respect and have love every day along those lines, huh? Just to say that, just to get that out the way. And how you guys doing today? I'm George Mason, comedian George Mason. Yes, yes, yes. Me a round of applause, big me up. But yeah, I feel good today, and I'm thankful and blessed every day. Wake up, and I know it's cliches. You hear that say, you count your blessings and you take one day at a time, but that's just basically what it is. That's what we got. And nothing more, nothing less along those lines. But yeah, because, you know, coming up and in school, I always had a problem with school, you know, the lies and stuff, but you're being lied to. You know you're being lied to. They're not telling you the truth. What I'm saying is like when I came up, I didn't have any real self esteem or any real pride at being black because they didn't tell us that blacks did anything noteworthy, if you will. We were always slaves, butlers, and servants, and but they never talked about the greatness, like the great African diaspora, Timbuktu, the Egyptian dynasty, the Ethiopian dynasty, along those lines, the Nubians, Jacques Zulu, the great Zulu warriors, right? So they didn't instill pride in, in kids, black kids at that time. So I was just always, I just come to see like, great entertainers, great athletes. Dr. J is doing his thing on the court. And I said, you know what? God has got to be black. And this is just the way I put it. I equated it because, look at this man doing these incredible things, but they don't talk about it in school. You know, talked about the Indians, right? Selling Manhattan Island for $24 to show how smart that they were as far as to slit the Indians out of Manhattan, which is just fucking crazy. But it's amazing how this is the okie doke. This is what we fell for because we didn't know, or I didn't know, And what's up? Hey, hey, Karen. Welcome, Cameron Bolton, to the show. And Money Mar, my man, G Money. He said, "What's up, G Money?" We did our thing last Saturday, Money Marv and myself, and it was an experience. It was interesting. It was funny. It was nice. It was entertaining. We had a good time. I know I did. And welcome, brother Marv. Welcome, my man. But yeah, we do it. We have what's called the Money Marv G Money Show, huh? Every Saturday at 8 p.m. and it's a nice experience. It's a nice, stay home, and you don't have to do the Netflix and all that other stuff. Tune in with us and rock it out that way, and it's a nice experience. And hey, oh Kim Roper, hey Kim, welcome to the show. Peace Queen, no doubt. That's what's up. Good to have you all here and tune in. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna uh, run down some engineers, male and female. But first, there's some things I want to talk about. Just to get it off my chest. So what I'm going to be doing here on this platform is talking about. I, I'm into cultures. I'm into religion. Well, not so much religion itself, but the interesting aspects of, like, there's so many different religions in the world and throughout the world. I don't know how many religions that we have throughout the world. Alexa, how many religions are throughout the world?
The number of religions in the world is difficult to determine, but there are approximately 4,200 recognized religions.
4,200 recognized religions. Alexa, thank you.
My pleasure. Just doing my job. Hope you had a good Wednesday.
Yes, I did. Thank you. And 4,200 religions. That's incredible. And Roper says hello to everybody. We have Money Marv and Cam on the check-in, and it's interesting. So I want to hit on that, touch on that, the different religions, because uh, I was going to go into the seminary, and I'm still thinking about doing it. I study, I read the Word, I'm in the Word, and I'm not going to get into it too much right now. But it's just so interesting. I used to open my door Wednesdays to the Jehovah Witness, let them come in and let them express themselves. They're just trying to get you to go to the hall, to the Kingdom Hall, and get some donations and give you that watchtower. You give them a couple of dollars and they're cool. They go away. They leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? But I used to let them in, and then I had a lot of their literature. This stuff's from 1992. I went all the way back on them, and they were shocked. I was studying with the Seventh Day Adventists. With the Christian uh, canon, 66 books in the Christian Bible. Right? They have several Christian Bibles. The King James, the Gideon Standard, the Heritage. So, and the wording is a little different. It's the same, but it's different in the words. 66 books, and the Catholic Bible of Catholicism, it has 73 books. The Jewish canon is 24 books. It's condensed. They only deal with the Old Testament. As I said, I'm just going to touch on that. I'm not going to go deep into that now, but not at all. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But like I said, when I was a kid coming up, I felt left out. They talked about the great, you know, uh, Chinese dynasty, the emperors and stuff, and then the Romans, the Greeks. Nothing about, African culture, black culture. We were slaves, you know. We were left out of history. So now they give us a month. As I said, at the start of the show, we should be acknowledging that on a, more so. You want to do it on a daily basis, but because our uh, contributions were great. Eh, Some of the things we don't even know that we contributed, you know, uh, to society. It should be talked about more so often. Maybe our black children would have more self-esteem, more pride in who they are, and don't have to, turn to the internet or whatever. But that being said, uh, I'm going to get into the engineers. Alexa, what is an engineer?
An engineer is a professional who applies scientific principles to solve practical problems. They work in a variety of fields, from agriculture to medicine, using their expertise to design and develop new technologies and systems.
Wow, that's interesting. Round of applause for Alexa. Alexa, thank you.
You're so welcome. Your kindness really gives me a charge. Hope you had a good Wednesday.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And it's interesting uh, how she broke that down. What an engineer is, what they represent, and they contributed so much in But I was looking over my notes, and Money Marv was talking. We did our thing Saturday. We keep it raw and uncut, and that's the belly of how we get down, how we bring it in, and it's nice, right? But also, we were talking Saturday, him and I, right, about like the athletes, the money they get, like LeBron James, and you know, Alexa, how much is LeBron James' net worth?
LeBron James is worth an estimated 600 million US dollars.
Lord
He
have
makes
mercy.
around 100 million US dollars per year.
Good Lord have mercy. $100 million a year. He's roughly worth, as she said, 600 million. Now, uh, is he's hanging around? He's what? How old, Alexa? How old is LeBron James?
LeBron James is 39 years old. He was born on December 30th, 1984.
Alexa, how old is Bronny James?
LeBron Bronny James Jr., more commonly known as Bronny James, is 19 years old. He was born on October 6, 2004. Bronny James is the son of LeBron James, a famous basketball player.
Alexa, how old is Bronny James?
LeBron Bronny James Jr., also known as Bronny James, is 19 years old. He was born on October 6,
Alexa.
2000.
Okay, thank you.
My
Alexa.
pleasure. Just
Alexa,
doing my.
what is Bronny James worth?
Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, has an estimated net worth of $10 million.
Damn. 19 years old, he's got a $10 million net worth already. I think when I was 19, I had a net worth like $150 something. I was working in Jack in the Box, something like that. Good Lord have mercy. I mean, when you're born into wealth, right? You're rich already, kind of already hit lotto, but it's good that he's still out there trying to, come up, and he wants to get into the league, and I guess his father's waiting so that they can play together. I don't know. That's how I see it. We got the Super Bowl this week, and everybody's on Taylor Swift. Like, is she a distraction or whatever? She's good for the league. That's how I see it. And talking about that, uh, you know, they might not be able to sit in the suites up there in Vegas. Uh, Listen, with all the money that they got. Oh, my man, Poncho's in the house. Puerto Rican bad boy. How you doing, Poncho? How you feeling, brother? Poncho was going through some health issues now before, and hopefully you're feeling better, my man. But yeah, good to see you, brother. That's what's up. But yeah, just kicking it, man. Talking, about just different topics right now. Before I get into this whole thing about these engineers, what the contributions that they brought forth, and I just want to point out some things real quick. You know, with the coach for the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks, he just got fired, Adrian Griffin, and then Doc Rivers took over, and in 3 games he was voted to the All-Star game. Come on, we all know it's bullshit. It's amazing, and the kind of money that they make, it's just all about that. It's politics, it's political, and it's about the money, and that's how that shit goes down. My man Pancho said he's good. But yeah, I just wanted to do that, point that out, and such and so on. Thanksgiving, black inventors, black engineers. We were only slaves. That's how they put it. There's no greatness, and how they put forth what we did, our contributions, whatever. So, listen, uh, it was bullshit. And when you're a kid and you're sitting in your classroom and they're not telling you the truth, uh, they think that we don't know a lot of times. They think that, we're young and then we're going along with the okie doke. But now with this technology that these young kids have, this generation, it's all at your fingertips. So there's only so much bullshit that they can run by us now. Before we didn't have this, they told us Christopher Columbus came over and this motherfucker got lost. He didn't know where the fuck he was, huh? Yeah, so he was talking about Indians. He thought he was in India, huh? That's where he thought he was. So it's just so much bullshit and deception or whatever. But yeah, I want to get into these black engineers and just to bring them forth so you can do your own due diligence and check them out yourselves when you have time, when you feel like it, for your own edification, if you will. And I want to do Mary Jackson. She was the first on the list. All right. This woman here, this great woman here, is she helped along with Dorothy Vaughan. This is Mary Jackson, that picture there. She's NASA's first black female engineer. Huh? Round of applause. Big her up. Who, along with pioneer mathematicians Katherine Johnson and Dorothy Vaughan, helped NASA send the first American to space. This was her contribution. Look at her, busy, putting work in, behind the scenes, send the first astronauts to space with two other African American women, Katherine Johnson and Dorothy Vaughan. Remember those names. Like I said, look them up, do your due diligence, and great African American. Thank you. Yes, Mary. And the next on the list, I have William Fortnoy. This very distinguished looking man. Check him out. Look at that jacket. That's sharp. Huh? Holding it down. Yes. We get him up here right here. This is William Fortnoy. He was an inventor, right? He was also a Tuskegee Airman and DC Metro's first black engineer. Give it up for that brother there. Next one. This is Lewis Lattimore. Huh? He looks like somebody in our family, because he is. An inventor. And an engineer who created an improvement to Thomas Edison's light bulb. Thomas Edison's light bulb burned out fast. This is what they say. And Mr. Lattimore, this brother here, who helped to create the improvement to that. He, for the longevity of the light bulb. I had a light bulb last me almost 7 years without burning out in the bathroom. 4 light bulbs in the bathroom over the vanity. And that was like, it just goes to show you that certain things, can be, more longevity. They do that what is called planned obsolescence, where, they planted to go out, to burn out, so they keep making money, like certain appliances and stuff like that. But if they really use the technology that they have at their disposal, the life, the shelf life would be much longer. But it's all about money, as we know, and that's where it comes down to. But this brother here, Lewis Latimer, that's right. And fourth on the list, coming up with number 4. Yes. It's Gillian Buford, who's an aerospace engineer who became the first black man to travel in space in 1983. You see it going across on the teleplay there. I always wanted to, be an astronaut and travel into space. I mean, how cool is that? How interesting is that? But it's a lot of training involved, a lot of mind power that has to go into the mental fortitude. You have to be sharp. You have to be smart. You have to be intelligent uh, to go into the space, bro. You just can't, go from, remedial reading to, the space program. You got to be qualified. A lot of years of education, a lot of years of training, studying, and take it off to this brother here for putting in that kind of work. And he was the first black man to travel into space in 1983. God bless you, sir. Most definitely. But yeah, so work with me and bear with me, because I am just going case study by case study with this situation here, just working this thing as best as I can. At least I have the pictures to accompany it. That's pretty slick, ain't it? It's pretty nice. And the next one that I have up, she's beautiful. Isn't she pretty? Yeah. And she's also, this is Mae Jemison. Yeah. An aerospace engineer and physicist, right? Who became the first black woman to travel in 1992. The last brother went in 83. She went in 92, and she's gorgeous. But she's just not just a pretty face. You just can't come at her with some sideways with game and think you're gonna bag that. No, you got to come. You got to step. You got to have something. Bringing something to the table. More so, go Bucks. Karen says, "Go Bucks." Hopefully, the Bucks. Comes along. They're criticizing Rivers already. That he can't win the chain. He won one with the Celtics, and but he had a squad: Garnett and Rondo and Ray Allen. But I think he's a good coach. But the players disagree or whatever. But yeah, this lady here is beautiful, very very pretty lady. Like I said, you just can't step with her with some sideway with game, in the club or whatever, because she's coming in, she's gorgeous, and think that you can buy her a drink and that's all it's going to take. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen with her. All right, so that's number 5 on my list. I'm just going to do 8 tonight, and these are just, as I said, engineers. Like I said, they don't give us enough credit along these lines or whatever. A lot of females contributed, right? This is the hair. Beautiful smile, right? This is Ursula Burns, a mechanical engineer who went on to become the first Black woman CEO to lead a Fortune 500 company, Ursula Burns. Yes, and this topic here is just something. It's more on the educational side and informative side. No sensationalism. Everybody else is doing those shows, and they're interesting. I gotta give credit where credit is due with the Cat Williams, excuse me, and Shannon Sharp, did their thing, and but this has its place as well. And like I said, if I was taught something along these lines in school, I might have had a different outlook on a lot of different things coming up, and maybe would have aspired to be an engineer, maybe aspired to be an inventor, but you have to be led, you have to have that in your DNA, in your background, right? And then if you're being taught that, if you're being said, you show who's came before us and that they've done it, and then can we do it? Can I do it? Yeah, but if you see the ones that came before and you say, wow, what their struggles were, what they went through, what they did, and what they had, the hurdles that they had to overcome, right? So now the technology that these young people have, this generation has, uh, and the informational is like what I have here with the the Alexa, and just that in itself, can get you ready for certain things, can prepare you for certain things. So Ursula Burns, mechanical engineer. Yes, sister. God bless you, and continue on greatness. And now that was number 6, right? Ursula. And now we're gonna put his work up now. Jerry Lawson. Bring him up after Miss Burns. He's number 7, right? He created the first cartridge-based video game console, Jerry Lawson. He's a self-taught engineer who became the first Black major video game engineer and designer. Wow. Okay. And again, it's a field where you have to apply, your know-how. You have to want to strive along this line to get into something along that, because you need intelligence. You just can't go in there and say you're going to be an engineer. You have to study for that. You have to know what it is, what you're going to get into. It can be done. These brothers and sisters have done it. As I said, they overcame great hurdles and obstacles. And this is time before we didn't have any of this technological advancement, and they did it. God bless them. Most props to them. And that's Jerry Lawson. And the last one that I'm going to do for tonight, before, like I said, I want to go into the engineers, but not tonight. I'm not going to do them all. It's the list is endless, but I'll be doing like periodically. Like I said, just certain days that we should acknowledge our mothers, our father, not just because they say it's Father's Day, Mother's Day, Thanksgiving, and such and so on, or whatever, but just on a regular, just acknowledge each other, respect each other. That's the way it should be, huh? And this last sister for tonight, all these beautiful Black men and women, God bless them. And this, she's her name is April Erickson. Let's bring her accolades up. She's the first woman to receive a PhD in mechanical engineering from Howard University, and the first African American to receive a PhD in engineering from NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. Wow. and she's beautiful, very pretty. And most props to her. I mean, the who knows her, right? If she goes, Serena Williams or something. I mean, yes, she's great. Serena and her sister Venus, we know them because they're in the entertainment field. They're sports, right? They're athletes, and they're great in their fields. This woman is great in her field. Why is she not acknowledged, on a regular? Why is she not being put on a pedestal, for greatness along those lines? But I just want to personally say thank them. It's my way of saying thank you because I didn't learn this. I didn't know this stuff in school. I didn't have a clue. Like I said, wasn't taught, the greatness or engineering, or not even teachers never even, told you actually what we wanted to aspire to. They took for granted we wanted to be athletes. They took for granted that we wanted to be entertainers or that we were going to be entertainers. But that's the thing. But aspire outside of what the realm of education, greatness, and stuff. And why not? Huh? It can be done. Yes. Now my system's not working. Ain't that a blip? Here we go. All right. Yeah. So, but yeah, I just want to, like I said, to acknowledge these great people in their field, the field of engineering, and want to thank them along those lines, for contributing to uh, mankind, to society. And I'm going to be back on Saturday night with my man, Money Marv. Right? And the Money Marv, his G Money show. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Saturday coming up. And the topics will be broad. We'll let you know. Marv will send out some feelers as far as to what some highlights from our last show. We did 2 hours. We did 2 hours without even taking a breath or even blinking. And we looked up and I was like, damn, it was like 1 hour and 55 minutes. Like, wow, it didn't feel like it. And it was good. It felt good. It was good seeing Marv, getting back with him and doing our thing. And, it was good. It felt good. And I watched it and I said, wow, it's funny. It was entertaining. It was funny, and yeah. So, like I said, from here on out, I'm going to talk about different things. Like I said, I'm big on religions and cultures, big on that because it's so fascinating. I watch so many different programs on history. I like the ancient aliens. That's because they say ancient aliens contributed to mankind. That we are a product of aliens. That aliens created us. Now this is what some uh, called history theorists, what they call them conspiracy theorists, whatever. And talk about. I don't know if the Great Anunnaki. I don't want to get too deep into any of that, or this or whatever, and I will later on in some of my programs where they were saying that when they said in the Bible in Genesis that we are created and the gods created us and their image, the gods, not God, the gods, that we were created in their image. And when you look at the Sumerian religion, and Sumerians, the first civilization, uh, that known civilization, they created the cuneiform writing and stuff right on the Tigris and Euphrates River, and Iraq, southern Iraq, and it's so much to it. And let's see what's going on here. But yeah, so I am very interested in that topic. I got to do a lot of reading. Karen says, "Are you okay, George? Get some brandy." Uh, oh, with the coughing and everything. No, but you know what? I ate some popcorn and it got caught in my throat. But yeah, but I should get some brandy anyway. But yeah, but you know what? And the Great Anunnaki, and I talk about ancient aliens. I watched that program. I watched a lot of the unidentified with the William Shatner, with some of the stuff that can't be explained. And Cameron says promote Saturday more. I didn't see it until it was over. Yeah, Saturday was great. We had some interesting stuff going on, some interesting topics that we broached, and yeah, and just that's just the tip of the iceberg. And on this platform here, like I said, I'm going to delve into the religious aspect of it, the Anunnaki, that kind of thing. I like to touch on that. What we because a lot of people say, well, you know what, that is so off base. Maybe you shouldn't go there. You should leave that alone because people are not ready for that or whatever. Maybe they are ready for that. They're always saying that the UFOs don't exist. What if they do exist? What if we are? Said we are them or whatever. We are their children, huh? They say all black and white. They pit one against the other. But what if we really are all the same? What if we really do come from the same heavenly Father, huh? Yeah, that's something a lot of people just don't want to handle. They don't want. They don't want to go down that rabbit hole, down that path. A lot of it, I read some stuff called from the ancient Sumerian text, and it reads like science fiction. It really does. But what's to say that's not real? Who to say that? A hell of a thing. Hell of a thing. Yeah. So I'm not going to go any longer with this spiel. Cameron says talk more about Saturday and pick it up. You guys already know. Saturday, Money Marv and I, 8 p.m. We're going to do our thing. And tune in for that. It's called the Money Marv G Money Show. I am G Money. Huh? They say G Money, get money every day. Huh? I'm going to play y'all with that. Thank you for tuning in. And George Mason Show, baby. And I'm going to come back with the engineers tonight. I'm going to do the inventors. Maybe 10, 15 black great inventors. We know about George Carver and his brother that did the super soaker. We had some great female inventors as well. And but these brothers and sisters are bad. I mean, like I said, you got to be, sharp. You just can't. I'm gonna be an inventor or whatever. That's got to be in you and your family or whatever. The education has got to be there. You have to study. You have to apply yourself, just like any and everything in life. You know, even with the athletes, the great athletes, you see LeBron James is worth $600 million something dollars or whatever. His son is 19 years old. He's worth $19 million. Phenomenal. You know, when the cat makes $100 million a year. You know what? I could play like 3 or 4 games on the salary that he makes and retire. I don't need all that money. 100 million. Like all these cats work this really cool money. Steve Harvey, 300, $400 million. God bless him. You know, that's a lot of dope, man. Like, you know, but hey, shit, if it's all good, if you can handle it, then more power to you. You know, spread it around, spread the love around to your family, your friends, or whatever, that kind of thing, man. Because you can't spend all that money in a lifetime. I mean, you can have it stolen from you, taken from your financial advisors and your accountants and stuff like that. But to spend it ain't gonna happen. But yo, so that's where it's at. You know, so great engineers, great inventors. You know, like I said, it should be promoted more in school along these lines. Who these great African people are. You got entrepreneurs, man. Louis Johnson, you know, Jet Magazine, Ebony Magazine, and stuff like that. But yeah, I had no clue, no idea in school that we were great. We were great people. Yeah, but didn't tell us and didn't know, huh? That's the name of that tune. Yo, Money Marv and I, G Money, George Mason, comedian George Mason. And we talked about some shit. Watch it, man. Go on my profile or his profile and check out. He's going to put up some of the highlights from the show. And yeah, I think I'm going to watch it again tonight before I eat something and lay down. But yeah, so wherever you're at, protect yourself. Tell your loved ones that you love them. Make sure you do that. Life is short, right? And that's real talk. So stay positive, stay up, stay on the upside of things. And again, I keep saying, go Bucks. I wish the Bucks, you know, I know that's where she's from. Alexa, what's the temperature in Milwaukee right now?
Right now, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alexa, what's the temperature in Wisconsin right now?
Right now, in Madison, Wisconsin, it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's not bad. Alexa, what's the temperature in New York City right now?
Right now, in New York, it's 42 degrees Fahrenheit.
About the same. Oh. Alexa, thank you.
Anytime. Literally. Hope you had a good Wednesday.
Listen, enjoy the rest of your evening. I say God bless you. You can't be in the wrong if you're doing the right thing. And resistance always overcomes resistance all the time, huh? Stay safe, be safe, stay in the word, keep God first and foremost, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Most High, Jehovah God. All right? Peace.